All right, let's jump right in. I have a huge Amazon situation to show you guys, but I have had to open a couple of things to use for lessons. And this is going to be, so this is the stuff that I got before the CMEC had their big book launch, curriculum launch announcement, April 5th. So everything that you're going to see in here is before this year's CMEC launch. I will do another huge haul soon with those packages as they come in. But this is everything for this current school year, which is 2024 to 2025, and some things for next year that are not CMEC. Anyway, so first we have DK Find Out Earth. This is one of the books for the Bookshark Level C, which I just filmed the other day. So if you want to check that out more in depth, go see that video. But here's a look inside of this book. You know, it's like any other DK book that we know and love. And then this is the first book for Level G, the brand new 6th grade Earth Science, which if you saw my Bookshark unboxing of the instructor's guide, you heard that my son loves space, and so we jumped right into that. We're going to do that this year. And so this is, you know, very similar situation. Also DK, right? Yes, also DK. So full color, full page illustrations with lots of in-depth knowledge, and it's cool. Some of the stuff he already knows, and he has different books that show things like this photo. So these I already unboxed a while ago because I needed them to start our new science. And then some other things I had to open to check out what was in them. This is a Jewish resource, which I had been having my eye on. Let's just look in there. For studying Exodus. So this is actually for next year. I thought I got the Genesis one. Maybe I got it for my son earlier. So this is for a Knowledge of God resource. And I think the way that this works is it's like the Parsha, which is the weekly portion of the Torah. I think I had seen this before, but maybe I hadn't ordered it anyway. So this one I just recently ordered as well, which I do use with the CMEC, but you can also just use if you are interested in Jewish studies. Okay, this is the book for the Christophorus Astronomy, which I will be showing you in a different video. I think this is the only assigned text, and it looks very Waldorfy from the font. And that, I'm not sure if we're going to do it immediately or next year. It says it's for 7th grade, so the curriculum, not this book. So I'll have to look at that. But as you can see, it's very observance-based type of curriculum, or book, I mean. Let's look at the back of this. Naked Eye Astronomy, I think that's what it's called. Okay. And there's that. Lots of science going on right now. All right, and this is a geography book. This is Europe, which I really thought I already owned, but I didn't, for geography. And these books, you want to be careful. There can be outdated information, so make sure that you at least stay ahead of your kids in studying from these books. And like that is something that could be said about all old books, but not necessarily. This one makes like generalizations about things that are kind of more problematic than other old books, I guess. I'm not saying it does, I'm just saying it could. So just be aware of that. Okay, and then this book is one of the books for the Blossom and Root history that my 11th grader is going to be doing. I think it's I don't remember if it's assigned or, required. Then we have an Indigenous Peoples History of the United States for young people. There is the other versions of this book that are also required, but we already have those, so we got this one. And there's a really great atlas book that is recommended that I was not able to get. Sorry, my allergies are suddenly bothering me. Let's go ahead and look at the Table of contents in case you're interested. So really excited for my current sophomore, will be a junior. This was just an Eric Sloan book. If you're not familiar with Eric Sloan, he was an American illustrator who drew these lovely black and white drawings. And there's actually a museum dedicated to him, which I follow on Instagram. They're very active. But so he did these drawings. That's what he's well known for. And I think he also wrote all of the copy, the words in the book as well. But that is kind of what he is especially known for, is these amazing drawings. So this one I just got because it's by him. It's not assigned anywhere. So there's 81 historically accurate drawings, leisurely sojourn through a bygone era. That's what this one's about. And I have a couple of him in this order, by him in this order. Okay. And I'm opening things off camera because I just don't have time to deal with address labels and things. Okay, so here we have the biography of Bach, which is by Yesterday's Classics, and I believe we will be studying his music this term as well. I'm really excited about this. I like the length for my Form 2 upper? Form 2A? I'm not sure. 5th grade, 6th grade? Excited about that. Then Builders of Our Country, Book 1. Oops, I just found my copy of this, so I might have to actually return this. I had done this, I started this when we started with the CMEC a couple years ago. This is also, I think, assigned by other curriculums, and I really didn't like the emphasis on certain people like Christopher Columbus. So what I'm doing now is I'm just not reading about him because I don't want to introduce a certain narrative that then needs to later be corrected. So that is my strategy for younger years. For my older kids, we just start in with the factual information about these people, and then they can, use their critical thinking skills. But I really don't want to have to introduce things and then later be like, oh yeah, just kidding, or get into like negative topics at such a young age. So anyway, that was why I had started with that and then changed. I didn't feel comfortable using it. Now I feel more confident of what I just don't want to do it, but that for me doesn't necessarily mean you can't do that whole book, like different parts of it, if that makes sense. Okay. So here we have another one of the Eric Sloan books. I love this one. The Little Red Schoolhouse, just so adorable. Like I saw this was suggested to me by Amazon, and I just thought that would be so cool. And there's his little intro about it. So love these books. And there's a little primer. Okay, so that is that, The Little Red Schoolhouse. This is just a little small book. And then we have Escape to Gold Mountain, Graphic History of the Chinese in North America. I think this is for Build Your Library for 11th grade history, because we're doing Build Your Library, and actually that Asian American book might also be from Build Your Library. My 11th grader will be doing Build Your Library year 11 for her main curriculum. And then she will also be doing Blossom and Root, River of Voices, volumes 1 and 2 as history/elective. So that's why I'm not exactly sure which books are for what, but I feel like this is probably for the Build Your Library. Then we have Super Simple Chemistry. This is for the Blossom and Root year level 6 science, which is starts out with chemical history, I believe, or physical science, or however you want to call that. And then it also has like biology is the second half of the year, which hasn't been released yet. Then we have The Disappearing Spoon. This is also a Blossom and Root 6th grade science book. And I just really love Blossom and Root science. So you should check them out if you haven't already, because the books they use, the videos that she links to, the curriculum itself is just amazing. We've learned so much in all the years that we've done. So I'm really happy to be doing that again for next year. And so that's some of this stuff, like I said, I forgot I got a bunch of stuff for next year as well. Then I got copywork notebooks. This is because we started doing the Brave Writer Dart copywork, and I just wanted to have a separate notebook. So this one is for, oh, and you can see there's a dot page, and then there's like the lines. So this one's for my 5th grader, and this one's for my 2nd grader. Next year, they'll be 3rd and 6th in case I confused you. All right. Next, we have, this is really cool. I'll try and open it if I can find where I put my scissors. Where did I put them? Oh, thank you. My daughter gave me her scissors. I already lost scissors that I had right here. It's surprising. So this is also part of the Blossom and Root 6th grade science. I think it was said to get these. And there's a book that goes with this, which I'm pretty sure we already have. But these are just flashcards of the elements. So I thought that would be really neat. We don't really do flashcards here, but I own many of them. But I thought these ones we might actually use because they're really engaging looking. So let's look at that. So this is information about how to sort them by different things. And then let's just look at, this is what it looks like. Oh, this must be like the group, right? Yeah, okay, it's saying where it belongs. So look how beautiful that is, hydrogen. And then information about hydrogen, helium. That's so cool. I'm really excited about this. So raise your hand if you knew lithium was a solid and not a gas. I didn't. Lightest metal, lithium easily floats on water, which it reacts with, skittering around releasing hydrogen gas. Oh, so it kind of is like a gas. That's so funny. So this must be, oh, it's in alphabetical order. Wait, no, it's not, because we just had helium. I don't know what order it's in. Maybe it's just random order. Anyway, these are so cool, and I'm really looking forward to looking through them for next year. And I think that this type of a thing is really good when you're doing mixed ages, which I will be. I'll have a 3rd grader and a 6th grader, to have this type of stuff that's very accessible. Okay. All right, then we have Betsy Tacy. So this is actually for next year. This is a very widely read book in Charlotte Mason circles. It's like a novel, little novel, but I think I don't know if it's for them to read or the teacher to read. Then the Burgess Flower book. I wanted to get this because we're doing some like wildflower studies this year. And I couldn't find the one that had color photos, but I thought this would go well with the Comstock book, Handbook of Nature Study. So there's that. And then we have Paper Sloyd, which I haven't done before, but it seems always interesting. And every time I see someone doing it, I feel like it's something that I want to be doing. So that is why I got that. And it's like folding paper. These are the different, you start with 1st year, 2nd year. I've never looked at this before, so this is really my first time looking at this. So here's how to make an envelope, and that's with manila paper. And then it's just telling you how to fold it. So that's cool. It's kind of like origami, I guess, but a little bit different. There's that. And then This Wonderful Winter, which is a novel. And here is the description of that. This is for this year. Okay. We have the Moffat. So this one we are doing, if you've seen my Memoria Press picks, we're doing this with their student literature guide. So I just bought this through Amazon. Then we have Black Fox of Lorne. This is possibly for this year, most realistically for next year, maybe even over the summer. Looked really cool. And I think we're coming to the last box I have, which is kind of surprising because I've had all these packages sitting around my house, and as you could see, they're all in different containers. This is the last, or not last, but last for this time. What's it called? Book for Bookshark for the Earth Science Level G. And this is like a substantial encyclopedia. So Earth and space inside the planet, volcanoes and earthquakes, changing landscapes, rocks and minerals, the atmosphere, the biosphere. And I just love these books. And my son really loves these too. So that was another reason to jump on getting that new curriculum. Just beautiful photos. Okay, and that is the Explanatorium of the Earth, also by DK. And that brings us to the end of this unboxing. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to see all of the books I have coming, all of the curriculum flip throughs and things, make sure and subscribe. And thanks for watching my content.